Yo, what is up everybody? Jesse back here showing you a review of the brand new Street Fighter V Arcade Edition Goki or Akuma from Storm Collectibles. Now, this just came in today and I was pretty shocked. To be honest with you guys, I definitely wasn't expecting him. I had no idea he was coming in the mail. Shout out to Storm Collectibles for sending this out to me. I appreciate it. They kept me in secret. I had pre-ordered it a long time ago, and I had no idea it was coming out. I'm trying to get this camera straight. There we go. So this is the box. We have new artwork right there. And of course we have Akuma with all the posing you can do. Awesome, more artwork there. So they always have really great packaging, and of course the figures are great for what you get. You know, with the price point and everything, it's pretty amazing. So let's take them out the packaging and let's see what we got. So guys, here we have Akuma out of the packaging, and he comes with a bunch of little accessories here. That's great. We have Akuma. He comes with this is the normal face that comes on, the standard face. So the detail there is amazing. The painted eyes are really good. The hair sculpt is different than what we're used to before with the Street Fighter V line. This is the more classic looking Akuma. This is what people have really wanted. The hair sculpt is amazing. Let's put that over there. It comes with a yelling face. Pretty awesome there. Same thing. No faceplates to swap, is just the heads. And of course it comes with that teeth gridded face, which I'll be showing you off in a little bit more. Comes with two fist hands right there. Comes standard on the figure. Comes with one pair of these hands, which is I guess for firing his Go Hado. Another pair of open palm hands for fighting poses. And he comes with one pair of karate chop hands. That's all he comes with right there for the hands. Now he does come with a replaceable gi, and this is the Shin kanji on there. I was kind of hoping that for this version here we would actually have the Heaven kanji, which is customarily the kanji that accompanies Akuma after his Raging Demon. So this is just pretty much a reused part from the previous release we have. I will most likely be going over this, repainting the whole gi, the whole top part, and changing this kanji to the Heaven kanji, which is my favorite one for Akuma. But as you can see, all the weathering, all the detail on there is phenomenal. Like, Storm always knocks it out the park. See all the rips and the tears. Get that. Like, this thing is just sculpted perfectly. You know, you cannot go wrong with this. Storm always knocks out the weathering. Storm always knocks out the park with these figures. He does come with a two effect pieces for his hands, and what you do, you would pop these out and slip these on, so it will look like that for when he's firing his Go Hado or just his EX moves. And he comes with a fireball. Now, this could be, you know, a red fireball that he does as well. I kind of wish they had a different one. You know, his Go Hado is normally purple, like what we got with the other Akuma. But this could be, you know, his quarter circle back and fireball, which is the red fireball, does a few more hits of damage. So that's pretty cool. And now we have Akuma. So this is how he looks right out of the packaging. It's really awesome. Let's zoom in on him real quick right here. The beads, they are movable, so they're not going to really hinder anything. They're not going to get in the way of posing or any articulation. And they do come in a little stretchy string there. And the cool thing is, I didn't even notice because my beads were upside down when I got them. The middle bead there, that little red spot, let's see if I can actually I don't want to take his head off to show you. Anyway, yeah, let's do that. Excuse me, Akuma. So you can just take off his head like that. It's not that hard to take on or off. Let's do this on camera. There we go. Fairly seamless. He looks kind of weird without the the beads, right? Let's find the bead. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. Come on. Well, it is it's the heaven kanji right there on the middle of his bead. You can see it's slightly right there. I may actually repaint that to make it brighter. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Amazing attention to detail, honestly. So here we have Akuma, and I believe it is a different overall sculpt to the one that we got before. I'm not sure if his skin color lends to that sculpt being more noticeable. But anyway, let's talk articulation. For his head articulation, you can move full 360. You know, you can move that far down, and then move that far up. Really great articulation. Nothing's ever gonna get impeded with these guys. So you can move side to side as well. You can turn it over like that. Shoulders go out that far. Great movement there. Nothing's really stiff on this guy, but nothing is incredibly loose either, which is amazing. Got these bicep swivels on these massive biceps. Arms they bend that far. You have a full 360 in the wrist, and they go in and out, which is good. All types of posing on there. You see here he has a diaphragm joint. Now this is a rubbery plastic, so it's not going to this is rubbery, so it's not going to impede any articulation. It's actually going to help it. I'm trying to get his actual diaphragm to. So from the diaphragm, pretty much just sinks in that far. It can go back pretty far though, and you can get that to turn in there, as you guys can see. Just great that they actually have this soft rubbery material on there and on the chest too, so it's not going to impede any articulation. Let's center that right there. It's not centered at all. I think that's great. I think that's good right there. Waist articulation, obviously a full range of motion there. Do a full 360 if you want them to. Nothing crazy there. His legs go up about that far, so you're gonna get pretty decent range of motion on there. His knees can bend just about that far. Again, nothing too crazy. They can They can go out really far, so you can do the splits. You're not gonna have any issues with that. That's awesome. So you can do very high kicks. You just gotta rotate the leg around to make it look more natural. He does not have any. Oh, he does actually. So right here underneath the tears in his gi, he has some movement in there, as you guys can see. Ankle articulation goes down that far, up not so much. Does have minimal ankle swivel, and of course he has the hinge there in his toes, which can go up, and they're not impeded actually by the sandals, because the sandal is a separate piece. So if you want to have Akuma barefoot, you can. You just gotta remove them from there. As far as I know, they're not glued in, they're just shoved in there. So yeah, that's always good. And Storm, all their figures, they have movable pieces, so this is movable right here. I wish the gi kind of sat a little bit more tighter to his body. They kind of use the same, I believe the same exact top piece for the other Akuma, so you have more of a gapping here, because the other Akuma had the beads on there. So I kind of wish it was more form-fitting, maybe, But overall, man, if you love Street Fighter and you're a classic Akuma fan like I am, or just Akuma fan in general, like, this guy is definitely a great pickup. Now, for everything that he comes with and how great everything looks, honestly, he was only, I think I paid maybe $50, $55. I know it didn't break 60 or 65. I know that much. He was decently priced for everything he comes with. And again, like, if Storm can do it, why can't, like, Tamashi give us like a $50 figure with great paint and, you know, and sculpting details all over the figure? Like, everything on this guy is well shaded, well sculpted, you know? And he comes with accessories. Like, come on now. So, in terms of comparison, here we have the brand new Akuma, and we have the previous release of the Akuma figure. So, as you guys can tell, this one has a darker skin tone, the crazy hair. The gi is darker. The gi, other than that, it's pretty much the same. There are slightly different nuances here. Like, he has the rope here instead of the regular obi here. He has the ropes around his arms. This Akuma does not. So you can't really interchange them if you wanted to, because it would look super weird because skin colors don't match. It's not good. So that's a size comparison. They are pretty much the same height. Just this mane adds a little bit more craziness to it. As you guys can see, I have switched the gi on this one. See how boxy he looks right here? Like, I just wish it was a little bit more form-fitted. I believe the Ryu that they had was much, the gi itself was form-fitted to him a lot better than Akuma. And as I said, it has this gap in here for this piece right here, to, you know, to make room for that, as you guys can see. But unfortunately, this Akuma doesn't come with that. He comes with the other prayer beads on there. And so, last but not least, here we have Ryu. As you can see, Ryu is much smaller compared to these guys. Whoops. Let's move them off to the side here. Much smaller compared to these guys. Haven't played Street Fighter in a long time. I don't know what size. I don't know if this is correct or not. I do think Goki is supposed to be a lot bigger. He's supposed to be a lot muscular, which is what he is. So this guy pretty much towers over him in like every way. The musculature is different. So yeah, a huge overall improvement in articulation from this guy to this guy. This is crazy smooth articulation, and you couldn't ask for a better figure, honestly. I do wish that they would have incorporated everything that this guy has back then onto this figure, but you know, that's one thing about Storm. They're constantly growing, and they're constantly getting better and better with what they do and what they bring us. So yeah, if you any Street Fighter fans out there, please let me know if you will be getting this guy, which one you prefer. The newer release, the classic, more classic look to Akuma, or you prefer his Street Fighter 5 crazy mane hair. Honestly, I kind of like the sculpt of this guy's faces better. But yeah, man, classic Akuma, you cannot go wrong with classic Akuma. As soon as I saw this guy, I had to get him, and I will be getting this guy into a custom pretty soon. I'm excited to start that. I cannot wait for you guys to see that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this review. Let me back out a little bit here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review, and everyone be safe and have a great time. Later.